Hey guys, also welcome to another video of mine. It's Kamal AA, and this is another Transfer Daily video. And welcome if you are watching. Before I do get into the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're around here. Comment down below your thoughts, opinions. But you can probably tell from the title today there is more news regarding Chelsea. Of course, we have a transfer ban, but of course, this club never fails to amaze us, never fails to amaze me. There's always news, and it's quite big news today. It's actually big stories. First, I'll be talking about Willian, the fact that Chelsea have rejected a £35 million bid from Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. And the second part of the story, I'll be talking about Loftus-Cheek and how he's edging closer towards signing a new long-term deal with Chelsea, which is fantastic news. But like I said before I get into it, make sure you show me that support and love. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're not on here. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, regarding Willian, now before I do give my thoughts and opinions, obviously, let me give you guys what the report said. The publication, now Sky Sports News were the first people to report it. They reported that Chelsea have rejected a £35 million bid from both Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, and that Chelsea are not interested in selling Willian. Now, if this was any other circumstance, if this was any other window, I'll be thinking, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? He's going to reach the age of 32 very, very soon, and he's on the decline. He's not going to improve. He's very inconsistent. He's been at the club a long time. He hasn't really proven his worth, and his statistics are there to show for. He's never scored more than 8 league goals in the Premier League. He's never got more than like 4 assists. Statistically, he's been very poor for us. Yes, he's had some fantastic moments and scored some fantastic goals, but in my opinion, doesn't justify him staying or him signing a brand new two-year deal. But Chelsea have officially rejected £35 million bid for Willian, and to be honest, I think that's fantastic money. Now, the reason why I say this is because, he has 1 year left on his contract, just like Eden Hazard. His contract does run out in 2020. So for me, getting £35 million for a 32-year-old inconsistent winger whose contract expires next year, 35 million is an absolute rip-off. I think that we're pretty much robbing the team. However, there are some contradicting reports now. Mundo Deportivo, who are another publication in Spain, they've reported that these reports are false, and that Barca and Atletico Madrid have no interest in Willian. They don't want to sign him. So a lot of contradicting reports. I'd rather trust Sky Sports, however, as Mundo Deportivo are quite unreliable. They're more the equivalent to the Sun in Spain. They're not exactly the most reliable. But you could also argue Sky Sports, they haven't been the most reliable compared to recent seasons. They used to be much more reliable Sky sources, as they say. Nowadays, it's about Sky Bet. If you look at some of the stuff that Sky News leaks, so Sky Sports News, when they leak some transfer news, etc., on Twitter, on social media, or on their app, some of them is BS, and the reason why they do it is because they want people to bet. They want to make as much profit and money as possible. So they're gonna, spread some fake stuff, spread some false information, spread a lot of rumours that haven't got much concrete evidence or truth in it. So it could be one of those, but I do believe there is serious interest. Barcelona have been interested in Willian for a numerous amount of seasons now, and to be honest, I think it's a good time to cash in. Now, my thoughts, opinions. I hate to say it, and I hate to say it. Usually, like I said, if it was any other circumstance, I would sell him. But for this specific circumstance, we have to keep him. We have to keep him. I mean, unless the money is so good and so irresistible that we cannot accept it, we have to keep him at all costs. And it pains me to say, for me, he's not good enough for Chelsea. Like I said, he's on the decline. He's 32 years of age soon. And for me, we can't keep him, and the reason why is because we can't get a replacement. We have a transfer ban, we're stuck. We can't sign any other winger, and with Callum Hudson-Odoi out for a long-term injury, and God knows when he's going to recover. He's got a ruptured Achilles, plus he's going to have to adjust, go into rehab. He might be back October, November, which if we do sell Willian leaves us with only Pedro and Pulisic. Now, think about the context here. Pulisic has just come to Premier League. He's 20 years of age. He's adapting. I don't want Pulisic playing week in, week out. He needs to adapt. He's going to have such high expectations from the fans. And if one of them gets injured, we're screwed. If we sell Willian, Pedro, 33 years of age, he's on the decline as well. Huge decline. And with a transfer ban, it really has screwed us over. Hudson-Odoi are shining light in armour. Long-term injury. Pulisic adapting to the league. Pedro, extremely old. Then you got Willian as well. And for me, we have to keep Willian. We can't be going into a season, going into 4 competitions: Premier League, League Cup, FA Cup, and the Champions League with only 3 wingers. It's as simple as that. You cannot be having that. And for me, Willian, we have to keep him. And the only reason is we have a transfer ban. Now, for what I've been hearing, what I've been told, and what I've been reading as well, I've been told by a very, very reliable inside source. They have been telling me that, obviously you guys might know this already, is that Willian will be soon signing a 2-year deal at Chelsea. Now, a lot of people thought it would be a 1-year extension. I thought that at the time as well. But the reason why they don't want to give him a 1-year extension is they want to hold his monetary value so they can gain profits from him in the future. Now, if we do give him a 1-year extension, next year he will be able to walk away for free. And to be honest, that's not what we want. We want to get as much as we can for Willian. We know we want to get too much, but we want to get around the 30 million, 35 million mark, just how we've rejected from Barcelona. If we give him a 2-year deal, you know, he can take us into next season, but then he still has a year left on his contract so that he can hold his monetary value and then we can gain profits and make money off him. And I think that's the best solution, best thing we can do. But that is very reliable. He will be signing a 2-year deal for him soon. Like I said, I'm not too pleased with it. He's been very inconsistent for us. You know, his stats speak for itself. He hasn't been too good. He's received a lot of abuse from Chelsea fans. He's been criticised a lot, fairly sometimes as well, and his stats haven't been good enough. He hasn't been good enough, and I just don't think his stats justify his reasoning for staying. But for this specific circumstance, in my opinion, we have to keep him. We have to keep him. There's nothing else we can do. We have to keep him. Like I said, we have a transfer ban and we can't sign a replacement. We can't sign top quality wingers, and that's why I keep saying that next year in 2020, that summer will be huge, because we have to splash, we have to reinforce, we have to bolster our squad, because it's been depleted. It's been depleted, and you'll see a lot this season, especially going into Champions League, where, especially in the winger department, we're lacking so much. Not only are we lacking, but Toom, Pedro, Willian, they're both on the decline, and they're both old. They're both old, 33 and 32. And yeah, like I said, the only reason why we keep him is because we have a transfer ban, but he will be signing a 2-year new deal soon to basically to keep his monetary value. But I want to hear what you guys think as well. Do you think that us tying Willian down on a 2-year deal is a good thing? Do you believe it's not a good thing? Would you sell him now? Like I said, if we sell him now, we'll only have 3 wingers. One is already out with a long-term injury, and one is just adapting to the Premier League. And if any of them, Pedro and Pulisic, gets injured, we are screwed. We're playing in 4 competitions. And to be honest, we need to get as much players as we can, and we need to hold on to a lot of players. It pains me to say it, but it is what it is. Next season we can clear out the deadwood, but this summer is not the time to clear out deadwood. As much as I want us to get as much cash, as much money from other clubs for our deadwoods, we cannot. And the reason why is because we have a transfer ban. We have to make sure that we hold on to these players because we need numbers. We're lacking numbers, and even though Willian and Alonso are deadwood players, they're getting older. They don't fit the style of play, to suit the system. We have to keep him for reinforcement, keep him for the squad numbers. And for me, just for next season, if we can get him down on a 2-year new deal, then he can hold his monetary value and then we can make money off him next summer. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. It's official. Chelsea have rejected a £35 million bid from both Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. It has been reported by Sky Sports, and obviously Sky Caviar, who works at Sky Sports, well, many of you may know him as a journalist. But yeah, now moving to the second part of the story is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now, there are some old reports. Now, before the Europa League final, there was a lot of discussions, talks, negotiations. It was reported by numerous publications that Loftus-Cheek was close to signing a brand new long-term deal. Reports have quieted down, obviously, ever since he had that horrific injury in America on that tour, unfortunately. He had that same injury as Callum Hudson-Odoi, had that ruptured Achilles. Negotiations have gone down. The reason for this is Chelsea are a bit sceptical. They're a bit worried about how he might react to the injury, how he might recover. Now, if you guys don't know, ruptured Achilles is a serious injury. Many players, when they have these sort of injury, it ruins their careers. They don't return as the same player. They don't have the same potential. And Chelsea are really worried that he may not return as the same player. He's had a few injuries, had a few back problems, etc. He's willing to stay. He loves Chelsea. He's got world-class potential. We love him as well. And he's perfect for our system. He's the best number 8 we have at the club. We have to keep him. Another hot youth prospect. Same with Callum Hudson-Odoi. They both suffered the same injury, but it looks like he will be signing a new deal soon, especially now that his injury is going well, he's recovering well, etc. Looks like he will be signing a brand new long-term contract with Chelsea, which is fantastic news, positive news. And it looks like Callum Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek will both be signing new 5-year contracts, and I think that's fantastic news. I couldn't have asked for better. Both of them world-class potential, will be the future of Chelsea. And yeah, I'm really excited for this news. But that's what's been reported. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not on here. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Do you think we should keep Willian for another 2 seasons, or do you think that we should just accept the £35 million? And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new on here. I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.